Hi, my name is Andrea. What is your problem today? How can I help you?
My name's Erin, and I just got offered another job, and I'm feeling a little overwhelmed about it.
Okay, well, we'll start with you got another job. Tell me more about that.
Um, well, I already have one job right now, and I'm working probably like anywhere between 10 to 20 hours a week, which is like perfect with school.
Hmm.
But I got offered another job that would be um, a great opportunity on my resume, and it's kind of related to what I want to do, but I feel like incorporating another job at this point would be maybe a little bit too much.
Okay, so it sounds like to me you got offered another job position that would offer you a decent amount of hours a week. Um, but with the other job that you already have, you're not sure that you'll be able to um, work with them both and still be able to maintain the rest of your life. Is that correct?
Yeah, like the one I got offered is like it's to tutor other students at my school, and like I said, it would be a really great opportunity, but it's 15 hours, and then my other job, I'm currently working, like I said, dependent on the week and the busyness of our
Mm-hmm.
schedule. It's 10 to 20 hours. So let's just say I was working max, that would be 35 hours a week plus school, plus my family and my friends. And to me, that just feels like a lot. And just thinking about it makes me like
You feel a
flustered.
little bit overwhelmed by
Yeah.
everything, for sure. It does sound to me like this job with the peer tutoring sounds important to you. Is that correct?
Yeah, because I know it's a good opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. But it also sounds on the other end, you know that it's important to you, or it's an important opportunity, um, but you're not really sure how you're going to be able to incorporate it with your other job as well as your family and your friends who also sound like they're important to you. Is that correct?
Yeah, like every aspect of my life is obviously important, or I wouldn't be doing it. But I also like my other job, my first job. I have seniority there, and I'm more comfortable there. And this other job, it's just like it's semesterly, so it'll last for the semester, and then when that's done, it's done. So I don't want to give up my other job when this one I know is almost temporary, but like I said, it's gonna look great on a resume. I can get reference letters. Like it's a very good opportunity, and I know that.
Yeah, so it sounds like your other job, your first job, is something that's very important to you, and you definitely want to keep it because you've been working there for so long. On the other hand, you're really starting to see that, hey, maybe I need to consider my other options and look into this other job because it might also just be as important to you.
Well, like I said, like I don't know how important. I don't know how to explain it. Hold on. It's important to me to have this new job because of the opportunity. But like I said, I realize the limitations of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I realize the limitations of my other job because obviously I know my other job. My other job is just a job.
Mm-hmm.
This peer tutoring job could be beneficial towards my career,
Yeah.
so I want to do it. But I would like to keep my other job on the outskirts,
Yeah.
so I at least know when this job is over, I could still pick up more hours at my job. But like I said, if I'm expected to work a certain amount of hours for both jobs,
Yeah.
that's what my problem is,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Definitely makes sense. It sounds like, yeah, what you're saying is this job would be really great for you to have. Um, and it'd be really great for your career. Um, but it falls under certain limitations, like you said, where hey, it's only semesterly, whereas your other job is more consistent. And um, but the negative side of that, I guess, would be that it's not really going to further your career as much as this new job position that you're thinking of.
Well, yeah, all it really does for me right now is it pays for it pays for me to work towards my career, and like I'm getting paid the same at both jobs, so it's
Mm-hmm.
not like I'm missing out if I do one over the other that way. Um, but like I said, I don't want to be I don't want to put this job at the forefront and um, ruin my other job. Plus, like my family and my friends and my school on top of everything.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's a lot.
Yeah, to shift focus, what do you think your your family and your friends would think about this um, second job opportunity?
I've kind of talked to my mom, and she's kind of I feel like she's getting kind of I don't want to say pushy, but I don't have another word for it. just like to do this opportunity, and I understand where she's coming from, but I feel like she doesn't understand where I'm coming from with all the added stress of adding this into my juggling act. And I know that I know she's doing what's best for me, but I don't want to miss out on time with like her, or my sister, or my nephew because he's new, and my friends would just want me to do what's best for me, but I also don't want to have no social life because I feel like that's also important.
Yeah, for sure. So it sounds like your mom is being a little bit pushy, wanting you to take this job because she understands a little bit about the impacts it'll have on the rest of your life. But on the same time, you're feeling like she doesn't really understand the amount of time it'll take away from you being able to spend time with her and the rest of your family, and you're feeling a lot of support from your friends as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely feeling supported. I don't want to have these two jobs impact my school, because at the end of the day, my school is what's going to get me in my career, even if this job's a good opportunity. And I want to still have my friends. I don't want to miss out on things with my family. And I'm just worried, like I said, about putting one job above the other one, and it like colliding, I guess, or it ruining the other one.
Yeah, for sure. So it sounds like overall you have a definitely difficult decision here to make. I can understand that because I've definitely been in a spot before where I've had to make a difficult decision and it's hard. It sounds like you're deciding between giving a job that will help you in your career and is more geared towards your career, but on the other side, you aren't sure how you're going to be able to do that combined with your other job. You're feeling a lot of support from your friends, a lot of push from your mom to go for this new job. But at the other end of it all, you're just feeling really overwhelmed about the amount of time that it's going to take from your life and being able to spend with your family and your friends. Is that correct?
Yeah.
For sure. So ideally, what would you like to happen?
Ideally, I'd like to have my part-time job at my first job, and I'd like to have the peer tutoring, and I'd like to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't know how realistic all of that is.
Okay, so on one end, you're saying that yes, you want to take the job, and yes, you want to do everything, but on the other hand, you're saying that it's not very realistic. Can you explain more about that?
I want to be able to do everything. Like, I'd like to be able to keep my part-time job, because like I said, it's paying my way through school, and it's all season long. I'd like to be able to do the peer tutoring for the opportunity, and it's different. I've been at my job for almost 10 years now, so it's different. But I also have, like I said, a new nephew. I like to spend time with him and my family, and I have school, and I don't want to lose all my friends because I'm always working. So I just need to. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's realistic to have all of that. I don't know if I can have my cake and eat it too. Okay. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I want everything.
For sure. So it sounds like, yeah, your family and your friends are very important to you, and your world outside of work is very important to you. So realistically, you're thinking that I don't know if you're going to be able to do it all, type thing.
Right.
For sure. So it sounds to me like ideally then you would like to be able to do everything. So do this peer tutoring job and do your other job and have time with your friends. Is there any solution that you could have for that?
Well, I'm meeting with the peer tutoring, the lady who runs it next week. So I was gonna just explain to her that I do have another job that I need to keep in school, and they seem to be really flexible because they say in these emails it's 1 to 15 hours. So obviously, if I can't handle 15 hours, I'm not gonna do that. Mm-hmm. And because it's in a range, but I obviously would do more than one. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna see how flexible she is about how many hours I can handle. And then I'm also going to obviously have to probably talk to my other job. So I think just meeting up with both parties to kind of let them know my situation. Because my other job is mostly weekends too, it shouldn't impact that way. But I want to have time for schoolwork as well. So I think I need to just talk to them both and see.
Yeah, so it sounds like...
do.
Oh, sorry.
No, just to see what I can do.
Yeah, for sure. So it sounds like... you just want to clarify them both with this new peer tutoring job and your old job, and see if you can maybe make that work. do you think that there is anything positive to doing this?
I think they would both hopefully be really understanding because I am like a working student. So um, I would hope that at least the job at the college would be mindful of that.
Yeah.
My first job, I don't know how they would be, but I'm hoping they would be mindful and understanding. And I feel like maybe explaining my situation would help them understand because if I just go to them and say I got another job, I can't work. That's not it's not letting them know the full range. So I feel like if I sat with them and I discussed it and said it's just for these few months while I'm in school and explained that semesterly, they would be a bit more understanding of that.
Yeah, for sure. So it sounds like then if you were telling them, they would just probably be a lot of accepting and understand where you're coming from. And if you're all on the same page, you might feel a little bit less anxious and overwhelmed by everything.
Yeah, and I feel like they would have an understanding
Yeah.
of my situation as well.
For sure. Can you think of anything negative that might happen if you talk to both parties about it?
Not with the college job, other than they might think that I'm not as interested because I'm not willing to put that job at the forefront. Because I have tried to be as open and honest with them that my other job, although it doesn't contribute to my career, I need it financially. And I've tried to be as honest with them, so I'm hoping they don't take that in the wrong way, saying like our job isn't as important to you. And in terms of my first job, I don't want them to once again get offended by this job, and I don't want them to. Sometimes they don't punish people, but sometimes they get a little edgy or offended, and then they act different towards you. Like I don't know how else to explain it. They just get kind of weird about it.
Yeah, for sure. So it sounds like a negative in this case would be probably for both parties that they might take a little bit of offense to what you're saying to them. On one hand, the peer tutoring might say like, "Hey, like she's not really as into it as what we thought," and your job that you have now is saying like, "Well, like she doesn't want to work as many hours. What's going on here?" Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, to summarize, one of your solutions then for what's going on with these two jobs would be for you to talk to both your new job, the peer tutoring, and the other job, and just let them know what's going on and that you're thinking about adding one job and just seeing how that's all going to work out. Besides this, can you think of any other solutions?
Maybe just turning down the peer tutoring would be one. I don't want to by any means, but I think the positive would be that I don't have to worry about how I'm going to do this because I do worry about it. I think that it would give me more time. I wouldn't have to schedule things like that.
Yeah, for sure. So then some positives then to you just turning down the peer tutoring is you're not feeling, I guess, so overwhelmed, so anxious because you have more time and to spend with your family and friends. You don't need to worry about talking to your other job about it or anything like that. Is that correct? Can you think of any negatives that might go along with that?
I'd feel like I'd be missing out on an opportunity. It says right in the description that if I was to ask, I would get a reference letter if I followed all the rules and that, which is fair. I feel like I'd be missing out on possibly a good reference, a good, like I said, a good opportunity, just a good recommendation for my career. I would like to try something new too because I have been at my job for 10 years. It would be a different kind of job. And I have tutored in the past and I really liked it when I was in high school. So I feel like because I liked it, I would be missing that aspect as well because I know I would enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. It sounds like it's this job is something that is really important to you. However, letting it go, some negative